You're watching the Sadbois Radio 99.5 KSMD. Grab a drink, grab some snacks. The lounge is listening.
He actually got me with this one. It should have been obvious to me, but I never saw him switch back to OBS.
I did it right when Chris got here.
Damn. That's a while.
So that entire stretch is just in there.
Yeah, dude.
Damn. Okay. That's a lot to work with.
You know what, Dante? He's just getting you by doing it even earlier. We're going to sit here for like an hour one of these days. It's all going to be recorded, and he's going to hit you with that.
It's going to be 2 hours, like 2 hours of just us sitting here, and then he's going to be like, all right, well, that was a good show. Bye, everybody. Like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't even intro. He like layers it in afterwards, and it's just like the outro, and you're like, when the fuck did you start? 2 hours ago.
I have to do the intro in though. But yeah, we are the Sad Boys Radio. Welcome to the lounge. Boys, what have we been doing recently? Oh, I keep forgetting how we start this things. What's some good food y'all had recently?
Dude, I had a lot of good food. I had a fuckload of good food.
Yeah, you went to Vegas last week.
I went to Vegas, but the best thing I had was at the One Piece Cafe. I don't even remember all I got, but I got this curry. Dude, it was so fucking good. What the fuck was it tonkatsu?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure it was tonkatsu, but I could be wrong. Fuck. I took pictures of it. I just don't remember where they went. Here it is. That's got to be tonkatsu curry. It was fucking delicious. No, I did not expect a collab cafe to actually like have good food, but I was honestly extremely surprised. I also got onigiri, and I've never had onigiri before. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like it, because it was like, I think it was tuna mayo.
That's a standard.
And I was like,
feeling.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured. And I was like, I don't know if I'll like this combination of things, but I mean, fuck it, I guess. Might as well try it, right?
Yeah.
Expect him to be fairly small. No.
Yeah,
they were like palm sized.
Yeah, they can be massive because like you hear a bunch of other people who like go to Japan. Just like if I'm feeling like a bit peckish, like an onigiri just does it for me.
I see why.
Yeah, because it's like it's just a bunch of rice and like a little bit of protein in the middle.
Yeah, it's yeah. I can see how that would like you would eat that and just be like, all right, I'm solid.
Yeah, if you're doing like genuine onigiri, they're like the size of your hand. You do not make that bitch small. You make it large enough that the seaweed wrap that's on them is like a genuine handle you hold by.
That's crazy.
I always like it when onigiri actually look like onigiri from anime with like just like the single strip holding it.
Yeah.
You mean a jelly donut?
Shut up, Chris. But like if you go to Japan, onigiri like are just like fucking wrapped in the seaweed.
Yeah.
And seaweed is good. Like obviously I kind of like
seaweed's good.
I kind of like a Southeast, I don't know if it's a Southeast Asian thing, but like a Pacific Islander version of onigiri. It's called a musubi.
I don't know that. Let's see.
It musubi, my favorite's called a... What's up?
I was going to ask for clarification because I didn't quite hear it through Discord cutting you. You did say musubi. I
did say musubi, yeah. It's a layer of rice, and then it has the furikake on top of it.
Yeah.
And then like it can be anything. My favorite is spam, fried spam. Musubi, that's good.
I gotta try stuff.
I've always wanted to try spam musubi.
I'll make one for you when you get over here.
I've never had spam anything.
Fucking bet. Shaking hands on that.
Yeah, I've dead ass.
Those motherfuckers.
I have had spam.
Delicious.
I've had spam exactly one time in my life.
Was it raw?
I don't know. I don't think so.
But like you get the furikake
I've had
on
spam pan fried a good few times now.
Yeah, no, spam musubi is fucking delicious. I like it. I will admit I didn't like seaweed for a bit of my adult life, which was a crime.
I have never had seaweed before, I'll be honest.
I suggest it because it adds like this nice sweetness to it as well, and that crunch if you can bite through it. I hope I still can. And
I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't have my top teeth, so we'll find out.
Just fucking reach into your side of your mouth.
I mean, genuinely, I might have to.
But yeah, no, spam musubi, that's good shit. I saw this one Asian guy, or like this one guy, he made like chicken katsu musubi, which was kind of good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hi, Cassie.
Chicken katsu. That sounds delicious.
Matsu, I hear that you are getting some of the good shit at the right now.
Yeah, apparently Olive Garden has started servicing their own delivery, kind of.
Really?
Because it has to be a recent thing. I've not been able to do this before. But you can now go to Olive Garden's website, and when you go to place an order for pickup, there is now an option for delivery. And for, I'm presuming, a limited time, actually it goes through Uber Eats.
Oh.
It probably does.
Oh, no, I'm staring at the track now.
Yeah, it's got to be Uber Eats.
When they
Because
send
like
me
Pizza Hut started doing that a while
delivered
ago.
through them before.
The reason I was assuming it was recent, though, they have free delivery promo code, OG Delivers, and it took like $5 off the order, which is crazy with how expensive Olive Garden can be.
Honestly, we take those.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, knowledge pop quiz. Olive Garden is owned by a parent company that owns 8 other restaurants. Can any of you name one of those restaurants? Because
Probably
the list
not.
is scary.
The list is
I
what?
know all 3 of you. The list is kind of scary. And I guarantee all of you know at least 2 of them.
Wings is one of them. IHOP is one of them.
Red Lobster.
Red Lobster's not one of them.
Applebee's.
Applebee's is probably one of them.
Fuddruckers.
No.
Have
we gotten any right so far, Matzo?
Nope.
Wow. Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo seems... I know Red Lobster is one of them because Red Lobster just got a new CEO. Who's doing
Red Lobster and Olive Garden are not owned by the same people.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck. I'm coming up with a blank here.
I have no idea. Red Robin?
Nope.
Oh, solid.
I love a good Red Robin, though.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, good guess.
Huh. BJ's Steakhouse.
Close, no.
There
are some steakhouses.
Outback Steakhouse.
Let me know when y'all give up.
I give up.
Yeah. Roadhouse.
Dante?
I give up.
We have, as all of the Darden family of restaurants alongside Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Cheddar's, Yard House, Bahama Breeze, Seasons 52, The Capitol Grill, Eddie V's Prime Seafood, and Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
What the fuck?
We just talk about how there's so many fucking steakhouses.
There's a lot.
Chain steakhouses. You got Texas Roadhouse, you got Longhorn Steakhouse, Outback Steakhouse.
Hold on.
The Keg
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
What's up?
Apparently. What? So okay. I'm trying to figure out if this is now or then. But I guess at some point they were owned by General Mills.
Olive Garden?
Darden.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What the fuck? It's so
weird.
That's
crazy.
I could go for a good steak right now.
Roots.
Okay, wait, looking up more myself even, they used to own Red Lobster. Darden started as an extension of Red Lobster.
Right yeah.
I don't know why they split.
Wait, Red Lobster Inns? The fuck? They have inns?
The fuck?
Yeah, Red Lobster Inns of America, and then he opened the first Red Lobster in Lakeland. Huh. Yeah, it was the basis of the thing. That's crazy.
Honestly, I thought y'all were gonna mention Red Robin, and I'm just like, it'd be a good celebration meal after a video of mine is finished. Fucking Red Robin. Or Chili's. Chili's would probably be cheaper. I do love a good Chili's.
You can get a lot more from Red Robin because of all their good deals.
Yeah, I know, but like Chili's is Chili's though. Don't you want them baby back, baby back, baby back? Want them baby back?
No.
Well, there you go.
Also, I'm just Chili's is good. I'm just like, I don't know.
Those rat bastards wouldn't hire me.
Yeah, though, when I placed my delivery order for Olive Garden, I got flashbanged by seeing that the same company that owns them owns Longhorn and Cheddar's.
I don't know what Cheddar's is.
You don't actually?
No.
I don't believe I'm familiar with the Cheddar's either.
Is it fast food?
Fuck, is that an East Coast thing?
Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then the answer is no. It's here. There's in fact 3 in the valley.
Cheddar Scratch Kitchen, family-friendly, chain-serving American comfort food with a Texas twist plus cocktails.
Huh.
Closest one is in Chandler.
In Chandler, yeah. Look at that. Huh.
Cheddar's is one of those restaurants I've always known of existing, but I've never actually gone to myself.
What do you mean it's right next to fucking Chandler Fashion Square?
Wow, we were right there.
We were right there.
Y'all have seen a Cheddar's and didn't even realize it.
Probably. Well, we don't go by that road, to be fair.
Yeah, we don't go down there that often. That's south as hell.
That doesn't invalidate what I said.
Yeah, true.
No, it doesn't. I do want to go back to round 1. I love round 1.
I want to go to round 1 again so bad. They've got some good stuff right now.
Can we go to round 1?
I gotta take me to round 1.
It's fucking awesome.
Do they still have the HoloLive collab merch?
No.
No, I think
in the machines maybe, but not like what they had before.
I think it's
if
done.
there's something, I have a chance.
You do have.
They'll probably have it again though. I mean, like they collab with them all the time, so
like you might be able to get like a Sora plush, or maybe like what Chris got, the Nene plushie.
The Nenechi hand puppet.
The Nene puppet.
Mm-hmm.
I got a Sora plush. I kind of really wanted the Pekora. The Pekora.
They had a Pekora puppet.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the Choppers, but it's just a generic Chopper toy. So it's like I saw a bunch of them in Vegas too.
Mm-hmm.
There were some at the One Piece Cafe that you could buy. It was a little law chopper. It was adorable.
When it comes to food, I have been experimenting over at my restaurant because chef made a barbecue sauce. It's got blueberries in it.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
It's weird.
All right.
Yeah. Well, like it's good, but it's weird. You know what I mean? Because he wanted to do like a
I get you,
like a down to earth style thing, and he added some sweetness, like with brown sugar and ketchup and the blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
I think the blueberries also added a bit of tartness. But I decided to make a barbecue chicken thing, where it's like I cooked the chicken, then I covered it in barbecue sauce, and I glazed the hell out of it. And Matsu, you're gonna feel very validated.
Okay.
Because I said I don't like Carolina-ass barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like, what do you mean you don't like mustard-based barbecue sauce? And I'm just like, that shit's gross.
Okay.
I thought you liked mustard base.
Fuck no.
Fuck, why don't you think
I like vinegar-based.
Vinegar-based, okay.
Womp womp.
I think they like the vinegar-based ones too.
Mustard-based is South Carolina. The fuck are they on about?
Gamer, I don't fucking know. But they also like the vinegar-based barbecue sauce.
I'm gonna put all of them in their place.
No, you're not gonna put all of them in their place.
No. As the North Carolinian, I have a duty.
You have a duty to do shit. No, but I made a barbecue chicken sandwich, and it came with frizzled onions, so they're basically homemade French fried onions, and bacon and Swiss cheese and a bit of extra barbecue. I also put tomatoes on mine. I thought that was really good. But this past Monday, I decided to make.
I can get it, I guess.
This past Monday, I decided to do barbecue chicken loaded fries.
I love loaded fries.
So it's like I made the fries.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, I put frizzled onions on there. I put the chicken on there.
Fuck, we're talking about food while I'm hungry. I hate this.
Bro, it's
we got food on the way.
Yeah.
I do. I'm watching it come to me. It's too slow.
Dante staring at not Dante. Matzo staring at his phone is like package.
Yeah.
It's EAKIJ. Package. But you know, we have like these cherry tomatoes that we get from the farm next to the restaurant,
Mhm.
and I grilled those until they were like really dark and like had like this nice char on them, and I threw those in there, and obviously I had cheese, cheddar cheese, baby. And we don't have a broiler, but like we have like those hot wells that you stick food in, like fries and shit. So I put the fries right up against the fucking hot well, so it would get like really hot and melted, and that did the trick. Let me tell you.
That sounds like a good move, honestly.
That was my breakfast on Monday. Horribly calorie-ridden breakfast, but like I have to eat a lot of calories in the morning in order to like stave myself off for 9 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I was about to fucking say, don't call it horrible. Calories are good.
Calories are good, but like I probably shouldn't be eating like 1,000-calorie breakfast.
Why the fuck not? If you need the calories, then you should.
I do need the calories.
No, there you
Exactly. So shut your calorie-hating mouth hole.
Yeah.
With calories. Stops fries down your throat.
That's what I'm about to do. Makes me wish Costco sold fries so we can get some fries with the Costco hot dog.
That'd be cool.
Or just like some chips with the Costco hot dog.
Yeah. I wish they had sides.
No, the side dish is a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish you could just get a hot dog without the drink. Because like, if I want 2 hot dogs, I have to get 2 drinks.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
Like, I would love to get 2 hot dogs, but like I can't.
So get 2 drinks.
I don't want 2 drinks.
Skill issue.
Fuck you.
Carry a bottle. Pour them into the bottle. Done.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Like just carry a bottle.
You know
Carry on
what?
these nuts.
They're not very large cups to begin with.
Social hack that you're not using. See a random stranger in need of a drink. Say, hey, do you want a free drink? Give them the second drink.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, but if they're already inside the Costco, it's like they're not in need of a drink.
You don't know
I was
that.
gonna say give it to
You don't know that, sir.
I was gonna say give it to a homeless man, but there aren't really any in this area of town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've all been gentrified to the gentrification zone.
I wish.
I am throwing that word around like I don't know what it
public
means.
transport. That's the only reason.
They really need a neighborhood circulator around this area.
I wish they would. That would have helped a lot when I didn't have a car.
Gang busters.
I don't understand why only Tempe got a fucking orbit circulator.
They're not the only ones that have a circulator.
The Mormons.
Mesa
He just like whispered that in the mic.
The inner city of Mesa has a circulator. Scottsdale has one.
Yeah.
Scottsdale has 2.
Hell, fucking Tempe has Waymo.
Yeah, Tempe has Waymo. A bit part of Mesa has Waymo too.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Waymo wasn't like everywhere yet. We're just lucky we're like one of the test cities. When I went to Vegas, I fully expected there to be some kind of like driverless service. There isn't. I was
More money
surprised.
to be made in getting people to.
They had one, but it had an accident like a year plus ago, and so they took it off the street, and so they've been working on it since. And I guess it comes back at some point this year. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's not Waymo. It's like a different thing altogether.
Teslas. No, gross.
No, it's not. It's not even your typical car. It's almost like a fucking carriage, like an electric carriage.
That's kind of nice.
Like you go in and it just has like 2 benches on opposite sides that you sit on.
Huh.
Yeah. Not really a car at all.
That's kind of nice, honestly.
It makes sense that it would be there because like having driven in Vegas now, it's like
sucks.
I always thought that it would suck or that it would be scary, but because there's so much traffic, and it's like no, it just flows. The only time that it really sucks is at night, and that's only because like that's when everyone's there, and it only really sucks if you're trying to turn into a hotel that's like right on the strip. Like if you're trying to turn into like the Bellagio or the Paris, you're fucked. Good luck, because pedestrians do not respect rules of the road. They'll just walk, and you just kind of are stuck. But if you're just going up or down the strip, like it's pretty okay. It's just gonna take a while, but like the last night that we were there, or the second to last night we were there, I was like, we went to Kroger and then we were on our way back, and I was like, I kind of want to just take the Vegas Boulevard all the way back instead of getting on the highway. Because I was like, what's the point? Like let's go through and like sightsee, you know. And so I did that. It turned what would be a 10-minute drive into 45.
Jesus.
It's rough because we were going up to Fremont Street, and on the way up it said, "Hey, take the highway." And I was like, "Yeah, okay, fine. Like I'll take the highway." And I took the highway. Yeah, I was there in 10 minutes because the highway is like right next to the strip. But on the way back, I was like, "Let's sightsee." And yeah, that was an experience. That took forever. It delayed us just enough so that by the time we got back to our hotel, we were going to get shakes, and we were late by 10 minutes. I was heartbroken. I wanted my shake. They looked so delicious. But alas,
I feel for your loss.
no shakes.
We gotta get Matsu over here so that he can experience the wonders of our food system. I say the wonders as if he doesn't have good food options.
He doesn't have good Mexican food options.
True.
I disagree. I have a local place called Taco Mama. That shit's fire.
Okay,
yeah, you need
fair.
Guy.
A lot of places do have like really solid Mexican food just because like we've kind of just spread everywhere at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, even if I just want like whiteified Mexican food, another local place, Mi Pueblo.
Huh?
I got from there last week, I think it was.
Yeah.
After we did radio show, and I got arroz con pollo texano.
Hell yeah.
What the hell is texano?
Literally just arroz con pollo, but you also add in shrimp and steak.
Oh,
yeah, so it's more like Tex-Mex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Texano would be like saying
that shit
like
slaps.
they're Texan, you know.
I mean, like obviously I know arroz con pollo. Like that's everybody knows arroz con pollo.
Texano is just the like modifier they slapped on but it's not just arroz con pollo.
I'm glad you can say arroz with the rolled R.
Arroz. You
go through Spanish one enough times, you learn how to fucking roll your tongue.
Hey man, some people can't do it.
Can I get some arroz con pollo?
Like straight up, some people literally physically can't do it. It's just you gotta have the right gene.
You know what I think is funny?
If you can,
apparently being half-blooded Irish is the right genes.
If you can make if you can make your tongue like if you can roll your tongue like physically, like make it like a little burrito, you can do it.
Really?
Apparently. I've never met anyone that can do that and can't roll their R's. I could be wrong, and it could be misremembering. I will not fact check this.
I
will not be fact checking that.
If there's any one thing I can say that I'm grateful for with being able to roll my tongue like that,
yeah, because you have to speak Japanese.
Weirdly fucking enough, it's helped with Japanese pronunciation.
It is interesting how that works because I have found that like for some Japanese words, it's like yeah,
it just literally rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's just like
yeah.
Whenever I'm talking to like one of my coworkers, I always go Rico.
It's interesting. Language is cool.
Yeah.
Language is neat as fuck.
I've just found that like Anglo doesn't share properties with a lot of other language, but like obviously like Latin, you know, like there's so many languages that are rooted in Latin. So like knowing Spanish, it's like, oh, like I can also kind of understand like French. I can't like speak it 100%. There's no fucking way. But like,
you can also.
But there are just some stuff that's like I hear it and I'm like, oh, I can kind of gather what you mean. You know,
Italian.
Yeah. It's so the Romantic languages are insane how similar they've stayed throughout the centuries.
Yeah,
because the more of them you understand, the more that you don't know, you can kind of still understand.
It's crazy. It's a lot. I didn't really realize that until like I was in high school and I took French and I was like, oh,
wait a second,
I actually kind of know like quite a bit of this. And then I got to conjugation and then I wanted to blow my brains out.
Sometimes I feel bad about how I've learned Japanese, right? Because like I've never taken a formal lesson, right?
Yeah.
But like I listen to people like actually speak it, and like I know some words. Yeah. And
you cultural osmosis.
But yeah, and also I watch anime, right? Like
being a weeb, you kind of just eventually have to pick up something.
Also, I'm a weeb. Like there are some things where it's like I will hear something and like I see the translation, and I was like, that's not right. What the fuck? That's not right.
I've been doing that shit too.
It is funny.
Every
when,
time I hear something, it's just like, it's been so fun picking apart sub translations because I'll hear them say something and I have this moment. It's like, wait, but that more means like this kind of. Why did they choose to do it that way?
Okay, speaking of translation, you want to know what one of my favorite little tidbits is about one of my favorite manga that got turned into an anime?
Mm-hmm.
So, Matsu, you might get a kick out of this. So, the manga I'm talking about in English, the official English title is 2.5D Seduction.
It's this one.
Yeah, okay, but the Japanese title is Nitengo Jigen to Ririsa. Because the main character's name is Ririsa. Lilisa in English. It's Lilisa with L's. That's her actual name. But, like, but the seduction doesn't come from Ririsa, it comes from Yuwaku. And because that means temptation, but they translate it as seduction.
Weird.
So it's like the whole phrase like 2.5 dimensional seduction, but they just translate it as 2.5D. Which is really funny to me.
It works.
Yeah. But
it's from the like basic English understanding 2D 3D. We all know what that is if we're old enough to watch that.
But I just think it's funny how it's like they like in the Japanese title they show you that yuwaku can be written as ririsa. And I don't know, I just think that's really cool.
I will be right back. My food is at my door.
Oh my god.
You got food.
This guy's got fucking Olive Garden.
I want Olive Garden.
I could fuck up some.
That's not
Garden.
True. I love, but I also hate Olive Garden.
Can't pay for months to get up here and like just be stuffed with cheese, and he'd be like, "I'm sorry, lads, I gotta go."
Oh, it's Italian food. It's Italian. No, shut up. There's no way. Go away. It's not Italian food. Don't lie to me.
Not Italian food.
Don't fucking lie to me when you hear your family. Shut up. No, you're not. That being said, I do one day want to get the lifetime pasta pass.
There's a lifetime pasta pass?
There's a lifetime pasta pass, my guy. It's an unlimited lifetime pasta pass.
What the fuck?
You can just go to Olive Garden and just get a pasta for life. There are different versions of this pasta pass, mind you. But there is a lifetime one, and you can get it. And it's so rare and limited. You have to, they put up like a handful a year. It has drops, dude. Like, I remember, I love the concept of it. Of course, it doesn't work this way. It has like strict rules. Like you got to be there. You can't do takeout. It's this specifically, but the concept of it, just like imagine pulling up to Olive Garden's non-existent drive-thru and be like, yes, I'll take my unlimited pasta, please.
Like the Rosati's.
And you just and you just get a bowl of pasta to go, and it's just like fuck yeah.
Bro, can we all hit up Rosati's one of these days?
Fuck you, Rosati's.
Fuck yeah, Rosati's.
So weird.
Gonna tell Aurora, let's go to Rosati's. Gonna take her and her fiance to fucking Rosati's.
Rosati's.
What's wrong with Rosati's?
I don't know, man. It's strange.
Bro, you like by the bucket. That is not any more strange than
to be
fucking
fair, I've only had by the bucket once, and I love it because of the concept. And after having it, it's ruined. Because I wanted it to come out in a Home Depot bucket. And it did not come to me in a giant Home Depot bucket. It came to me in like a disposable fucking KFC ass bucket. And I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that shit in a big ass industrial paint bucket. I wanted to sit down with that thing and just fucking eat it like a gremlin in the corner, like.
Bro, you're just stuffing it in your hand, in your face,
handfuls,
like a
just handfuls, like.
Bro, you're gonna look like Randall.
Like someone's gonna walk in and be like, "Are you okay?" Like I'm just gonna be in a dark room with like a dim light in the corner.
You're just in a fucking
in a corner, just like exactly, just like sitting there, like wearing basically nothing except like underwear, just handfuls of spaghetti, and then like you're gonna be like, "Bro, are you okay?" And I'm just gonna slowly turn around like the Resident Evil 1 zombie, spaghetti like falling down my face, dripping sauce, and it's just like. And
no, you don't.
More spaghetti.
You shouldn't be like. You should just be like, yes. And then you turn around like
you turn around and it's
crouched gremlin,
and then it's just more sounds. The concept of By the Bucket is better than By the Bucket itself. It was good. I enjoyed it. You know,
it's incredible. It's crazy that you're just like, it should be in a Home Depot bucket. It's not sanitary.
No, it shouldn't be in a Home Depot bucket, literally. But I expected like a bucket. You know,
is the fucking KFC bucket not a bucket? Like, buckets come in all sorts of shapes and sizes.
I'm sorry,
it's not like a fucking.
If I think bucket, I'm thinking industrial bucket.
Then you should expect it to be in a. No. If you think of bucket, you should think like a fucking pail, like a fucking sand pail.
A sand pail.
So that's a bucket.
Yeah, fair.
Like
I don't know why. Just in my head, it was just like a big ass Home Depot bucket stuffed with spaghetti.
Yeah,
like
actually be emblazoned with Home Depot on it.
I'm gonna fucking buy. I'm just gonna make a bunch of spaghetti, get a Home Depot bucket, and just throw it in there.
Bro,
spaghetti wouldn't even.
Bro, you host a dinner party, and then
I brought the spaghetti,
and like everybody's like, "Why do you have to wear like these trash bags on us? Why is the table covered?" And I'm just sitting here, just like about to put gloves on. But you're wondering where the silverware is too. I take off my fucking bracelet, put it in my pocket, and they're just like, "Snada, what's going on?" And then I look at Aurora because she's invited, and I'm just being like, "Girl, you like Jollibee?" And her partner looks up at me horrified because they know. And then like you come with the fucking Home Depot bucket and dump it like it's fucking hot and juicy crawfish. Oh, it's just spaghetti with meatballs, and then you throw some garlic bread on top of that.
Reminds me of those fucking rage bait. I don't even know if it's rage bait. Those fucking TikTok ass like food hack videos where it's like, oh, hey, look, they're just using the whole countertop, and it's like, oh, taco night. And they're just putting all the taco night ingredients on the counter.
It's like it's taco dip. You grab your tortilla chips.
Those are the fucking worst.
I know.
Yes, they are.
And, by the way,
I'm not even sat out of my chair yet. I had to say that.
They're all fake. All of them. Like, okay, maybe not every single one, but I remember I saw this video and it was like a deep dive into these videos and how they all like originate from like one dude. It was a whole ass deep dive, and I wish I knew where the video was because it was a trip.
Of course, it's fucking.
Yeah, it's like it's like a company, and like they do like these like stage videos like that, and I'm like, but since then, because of that, it became a trend. So for a while, these videos were just everywhere, and they were just getting more and more ridiculous. And one of them was spaghetti, and it was just spaghetti on the fucking island counter, and I'm like, stop! What are you doing? And it was just like, yeah, they just pick it up. Put on, just pick it up and just put it on a plate, and they just eat it like that. I'm just like,
at least
stop.
put some fucking plastic down, like save your countertops.
No, just
like I'm sure your countertops clean, whatever, but like put some fucking plastic down so it's easier to clean up.
Just dead ass, just on the counter. Just we're just gonna throw the flour on the countertop. Just roll it, and I'm just like, stop.
Okay, to be fair, that part's normal.
Yeah, but like,
yeah, that is normal. What follows is not though
at all after. And then they just toss the fucking spaghetti just on there, and I'm like, hold up, did you cook the spaghetti?
Kneading spaghetti on the countertop, kneading like noodle dough on the countertop, not fucking abnormal.
It's like the one.
If you're doing it from scratch, then yeah, because like you do need a bit of space to be able to fucking knead dough.
And you can't put that on plastic wrap. Like you can't. You'll fucking
it'll stick. It'll ruin. It'll be awful.
Those videos, though, man, they're gone now. Thank fuck, because I remember watching them and just being horrified. Just like, oh yeah,
we're find it like genuine. Like this is gonna sound wrong.
The dip just on the countertop, and you just dipped your chip in it. Like
this, what I'm not saying is gonna sound wrong, and I'm sorry to my two white friends in the radio show. But like, I see some like genuine white people like doing weird shit, and they're just like, oh, we put some barbecue sauce on these ribs after we're done boiling them. We put them in the oven for 40 minutes. Ooh, look at how brown they got. And I'm just like, okay, boiling the ribs, not weird. If you boil them, it gets really tender.
Broil, you mean broil.
No.
Boil.
I mean boil. B-O-I-L.
They say boil.
But,
I know what he's on about.
But what you have to do after you boil the ribs is that when you cook them again, you have to make them look fucking gorgeous in the oven. You don't just get to pour a little bit of barbecue sauce and then cook it for 40 minutes to get it to look brown. It looks gray, right? You have to make sure that shit is fucking gorgeous. Dark brown with crust and everything. Or you put it on the fucking grill, right? Because if you boil meat, it gets really tender. And and that meat's just like, you can just rip it off the bone if you boil the ribs and then you cook it again in like a different thing to get it to color. It's like reverse searing a steak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you cook it to a certain temperature and then you blast the fuck out of it to make it look nice.
Yeah.
But it was just these white people like putting like barely any barbecue sauce on it, and I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Barbecue sauce doesn't fix everything.
No, it's like when people like put A1
Sonata,
sauce on everything.
Sonata, I'm going to give you one of my words. You have permission to use this. A white person says you can't say that. Point at me and say he told me I can. That is the absolute fucking caucasity of man.
It is the absolute caucasity.
That's what the fuck,
dude. I just got the caucasity pass.
Caucasity pass.
Yeah, the caucasity.
When there is a white person being too audacious, they have too much caucasity. Call them on that shit.
Oh my god, I am so honored. What the fuck's happening on the fucking radio, dude?
Well, I just got my chicken gnocchi soup, so I'm happy.
Ooh, chicken gnocchi soup. Is there anything else involved, or is it just chicken gnocchi soup?
Chicken gnocchi quiche tan.
All right, you. Of course, breadsticks. I got the soup as a side to my main order, which is chicken Alfredo.
Matsu, you're
I'm a
gonna be
simple
on that
matzo.
toilet
I like
dying
simple
later.
things. Even if I am, worth it.
All right.
Why is he gonna be dying on the toilet?
He's lactose intolerant. Like
my body has been Stockholmed
into
into liking it, but like
you could just take a lactate.
We don't have any in the house.
No, I'm just remembering one time you were talking about it with your ex-spouse, right? And your mom and your ex-spouse went to Olive Garden, and you were telling us a story about that, where you looked up at the waiter and you said, "Kill me."
Yeah, I do every time. I say it straight-faced. They say this is my Olive Garden routine. If I go in-house, I look them dead in the eye with all of the loss of someone that has no will to live, and I say, just kill me with it.
Honestly, respect.
I love cheese more than I love myself. What can I say?
That's fucked up, man.
You guys, I got a Twitter notification and I opened it, right? Blah, blah, it went away. Apparently, Corone interviewed the director and writer for 28 years later.
Yeah.
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 And they were just so confused.
Like Corone was, or the director?
No, the guys. I gotta watch this video later.
These are normal ass men talking to a virtual dog girl.
Yeah.
One of the things she asked them is, "So I'm a dog. Does the rage virus still infect dogs?" Looking at this grown-ass woman model.
Based Corone. Based.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
that's my fucking Oshi right there.
I keep thinking about grown-ass woman and how me and Matzo were just like, we were absolutely simping over Botan, and we were just like, this woman is in her 40s, by the way.
Yeah, we love older
in her
women.
Fucking 40s.
God bless older women.
God bless older women. God bless
only
women
cowards
with deep
hate
voices.
them. Only cowards hate them.
Only cowards hate
You know
them.
what? I'm gonna broaden my statement even. God bless women.
God bless
Yeah,
women.
honestly.
The Sadbois love women. Oh, you
All
just
women.
mean what do you mean by that? We love women.
Have you ever heard the song?
Except
Listen.
for Republican women. Fuck
have you
them.
ever heard the song "My Type" by Saint Motel?
Yeah.
That's that. Literally that. Literally that.
Yeah.
Love that song.
But you guys mentioned TikTok, and I have a fucking rant. I'm sorry.
Another thing I just saw, fucking. I mean, of course we know this, but I just got reminded of it, and it's too funny to not discuss it. Fucking Pecora.
Yeah.
Death Stranding too.
And Norman Reedus saying Pecco.
Norman
Saying
Reedus.
Pecco.
The fact that you can hit a button and he can just yell out Pecco, Kong Pecco, like he could. It's just a
Pecco.
You can just hit a button and Norman Reedus will say
that
it.
Shit.
He's saying it with
you
an
can
American
make it obnoxious.
accent too.
I love it.
You can make it sound goddamn unnatural.
It's so fucking
And that's
funny.
saying something when it's already so unnatural sounding.
Like Norman Reedus has already like said, because like he's had interviews about this and stuff, and he had an interview about it, and someone asked him about like Death Stranding and stuff. Like this is a while ago, and like he's like yeah, like I'll be doing a scene and stuff, and Kojima will stop and be like, listen, like this is how you should be like feeling in this part because of this or whatever, and then he starts talking about like BBs and like the beach and all this stuff, and he's like,
we can be bees.
And he's like, Norman's like, yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about, but like when he tells you to do something, I trust him.
You do it.
Do you think Kojima speaks English?
He has spoken English a little bit, but when he does, he doesn't really know too much, and it's usually with a pretty heavy accent. He usually comes with comes with someone that'll translate for him. But I mean, I think he understands English. I think he understands it pretty well, but he just can't speak it. Because I mean,
that's something I've noticed with a lot of.
Much.
That's something I've noticed with a lot of Japanese speakers. Actually, they understand more English than they can speak.
Yeah, especially if you're in game design, because I figure you probably have a lot of interaction with America.
English in game design. There's this one little scene of Yoshi P, Akihiko Yoshida, the main director of Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy 16, one of the goats, by the way. And
wait, Yoshi P directed 16?
Yes, he did. Creative Business
That's
Unit
cool
3.
As fuck.
Yep. They just said, hey, Yoshi P, do you want to direct Final Fantasy 16? He was like, fuck, I guess. And that's why 16 is so based.
Yeah. So, but there's this guy who comes up to Yoshi P and his interpreter, and he's just like, with the release of like WoW Classic and the popularity, do you ever think about releasing? And then you see Yoshi P just like Yoshi P like knows what he's about to say, and they're just like, you ever think about releasing 1.0? And Yoshi P just like head in his hand, he's just like, oh no, and like he's laughing, and then he gets the interpretation of like what they're actually saying, and then Yoshi P just leads to the microphone and just says, nightmare. Like perfect
nightmare.
No, he just says it once. He just goes, nightmare.
I can't imagine it would be.
It's Final Fantasy
God,
14
would it
1.0.
ever be?
You don't want that.
No,
Nobody wants that. Wait, hold on. 14?
You may think you want that.
Not Realm Reborn.
14.
They were asking about 14.
1.0.
Yeah, 14 1.0.
Why?
You know not what you asked for.
Why would anyone want that? 14 1.0
that's why I'm over here saying. That's why I'm saying you may think you want that. Grabs you by the face. You don't want that.
You do not want that.
It's like Yoshi P. He's just like, I know where this is going. I understood what he just said.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's fucking be real here. I'll be surprised if 14 exists in any form still. I mean, like.
Yeah, like
I wonder if there's like a private server or something.
Yeah,
that somebody set up.
You can make your own private server.
I mean, no, definitely, because like you can still play 11. There's no way someone doesn't have a 14 server somewhere.
No, you can
because they're
download it right now.
Yeah. I don't know why you would. Again, I don't know why you would fucking want that.
Bro, Jared did it.
He did 11.
No, he did 14 too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Bro, Jared's done a lot of things we don't talk about.
I gotta look at that. Because that sounds interesting. Oh, yeah. Final Fantasy 11, dear God.
Final Fantasy 11 has good points. People seem to like it a lot.
It does, but trying to play that game is... like, fucking 14 and Realm Reborn already, like, just trying to play the game, like, figure out Mog Station, figure out what version, where you're buying it from.
It's not a Realm Reborn anymore, by the way.
What?
Final Fantasy 14, like you don't have to call it a Realm Reborn anymore.
Yeah, true, but I always just do. It's in my bones. But yeah, you're right. It's been like,
I mean, it's called Dawn Trail now.
It's been what, 12 years? Or are we at 11?
So the original Final Fantasy 14 came out in 2010. Realm Reborn came out in 2013.
Oh, stop! No. God, I have that. I have
Keep
the
going.
beta
Break
for
his
that.
bones harder.
I have that.
You also have to remember, expansion comes out every 2 years.
Yeah. But I had this been on PS3.
Yeah,
The fuck do you mean?
Yeah, you did.
Man, shut up.
Have they dropped support for
It's only
PS3 yet?
with Dawn Trail that they were just like
I was taking college courses and playing Realm Reborn's
it's only
beta.
with Dawn Trail that they finally were just like, we can't support the PS3 anymore because they did a huge graphical update.
I cannot believe it. They fucking did it for that long. Like, there was
Yeah,
no
that's
fucking
fucking
reason to keep
insane.
doing that.
You want to know what's really insane? Is that if you look at pre-Dawn Trail graphics, you're just like, oh my god, I played this?
Yeah, that's how it is for a lot of stuff. Like Last of Us has always looked good, right?
Yeah.
You look at
Some
the
people say.
original. You look at the original. I'm just like, oh god, it's
This
old.
looked good.
Yeah, that blows my mind. Someone on Twitter
To be fair, I
has
think a
been
lot of people are
posting.
still playing on CRTs on the PS3.
Oh yeah,
I
me.
definitely did.
Mhm.
Games look fantastic on CRTs, by the way.
Listen. Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4.
Oh,
I get an instant boost in my ability if I'm playing on CRT. At least
Yeah,
plus
I
10.
don't doubt that.
The moment you put it on a flat screen, I'm out. I'm done. I'm cooked. CRT, I don't know why. It's just an instant power boost. Like, yeah.
if you had like 3 CRTs here, you would have so much power boost because you can crank your settings lower, but like still have games look that good.
CRTs, man.
Yeah.
CRTs are something else.
Dude, speaking of CRTs,
I had a CRT that was that size.
I'm gonna go into my fucking Instagram people rant soon,
Oh,
but
no.
like CRTs. There's a guy named Shank Mods who found the world's biggest CRT television.
Oh yeah,
That
70
fucking
inch?
video.
yeah. The one that was like in Japan and shit.
Yeah, and he had to get it shipped very precariously to the USA. And I remember like watching it, and like sometimes like we skip ad reads, right? Like I try
Mhm.
not to, depending on it, but like I swear to God, every time I rewatch that video, I'm going to sit through the ad read because it's just so impressive, all the shit he's doing, and you're just like, out of respect, I have to sit through this entire ad read for you.
I
Because
love videos like that, man.
I think that's why people like my RPG Maker video.
I love videos like that so much.
I need to make more videos like that, which is what I'm hoping to do with Victory Road, where I'm like deep diving into like a
Mhm.
certain topic.
I really want to have just random amounts of money so I can latch onto random niche things like that and then go to the extra lengths that these people do. Because
I feel that so much.
it's because it's like, yeah, sometimes you just get a hyperfixation and it's like the only way for me to fulfill this is to go to like to actually physically go to like Japan or whatever other country this one thing you're looking for is, right? But it's like, obviously I can't
To
do
fulfill
that.
to fulfill this specific hyperfocus, I have to visit Stonehenge myself.
Like that's
Gotta
the
go to
kind of
fucking Prague.
that's the kind of shit that's like interesting to me, you know? Like there's this channel called Nick Robinson. And he got really hyperfixated on the Microsoft bimbos.
Oh,
picture.
Microsoft Bimbos?
Microsoft bimbos. He was like, he got super hyperfixated and like, it's a real building. It really exists in Japan. And so he was like, "What? If, I need to find it." And this was during COVID, right? And so he did this.
So
whole
the worst
thing.
time to find it.
Yes. And he went on like Google Maps and everything to like find it. And eventually, after going like, he did like the VR Google Earth thing. He's like, eventually one day he just fucking found the building. But obviously, like Microsoft Bimbos is no longer there. Well, eventually COVID lifts. He's able to go to Japan. He goes to Japan and he finds the fucking building. But he can't get into the offices anymore because it's closed off, and the only thing he can do is at the back of like it's like an English school or something. There's just a hallway that leads to where the office is, and it's just like I'm like sitting here like, bro, this is just from a fucking meme photo of Microsoft Bimbos, but like the amount that he goes to try and get there is just like, this is just impressive. I want to be able to do stupid shit like that. Like, it's so dumb. Oh god, he did a lot of stuff like that too, but that one's my favorite. And then there's like fucking Matzo. What video was it the other day?
Oh god, which one?
Oh, it was the following NPCs in Mario Kart World.
Yes.
Oh,
I
God.
have been loving that because multiple people have been doing it lately,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a dude just followed like a toad for like 3 hours or something, and like in the first 10 seconds it like wildly careened off the fucking road, and then after that it was totally
that one's from
normal.
the video.
And then at the end it just gets out of its car and just walks into a pipe. Like
Yeah, walks into a pipe, refuses to elaborate.
Like,
Sorry,
what?
this is reminding me because like I've been playing like Cities Skylines to like relax, just with everything unlocked, just to like paint a city and make like a relaxation.
Yeah.
I made this gorgeous little university area. Not gonna lie, has like 2 libraries. Like they're across the street from the
You
university.
made 2 libraries?
You can build as many libraries as you can fit with the university.
You put them across the street from each other?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, no.
Why
So
not?
what I did with the libraries is I had the university in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And then this is libraries. I thought I got it wrong. So I put one library on one side and another library on the other. So it's like there's 2 libraries. But then on the other side, there's like these courtyards, and then there's high density buildings like for dorms and shit like that. But also next to the courtyards is medium density shopping centers. So it's like they have. So it's like in New York where you have like the living area on top and the shopping area on bottom.
Yeah.
That's what I put there as well to act as dorms, and then there's a fire station and then a police station there.
I like those kinds of games, but I can't get into City Skylines.
It's hard to get.
It's just a little bit too like sim for me. Just slightly too much in that direction.
Totally understandable.
You're in my camp. It's a game
might
that's
like Anno
great to
1800.
watch, but harder to play.
Maybe. I have heard that Anno is fucking really good.
It is fucking really good. It's a bit harder. Like there's a campaign mode there where it's like you're like a disgraced family member. You have to make like a kingdom on a different island or some shit. And
Isn't
really
Anno
weird.
basically like Civilization, but it doesn't have like combat?
Kinda, because like you are like making civilization. You have to start from like farmers, and then you have to build up to
build up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like my struggle is that I keep trying to build up too fast. I don't build up like a population, and they get like super unhappy, and I can't upgrade even further.
Yeah.
So like I have to like calm down, and also there's no unlimited money setting.
Unless you mod it.
I could.
Just mod it.
Guys, I have a mini rant I want to go on.
I don't know what you're talking about, so like I've been anticipating this.
I fucking hate Instagram video people.
Okay, but what do you mean by that?
So like, you ever see like those videos of like a guy's like doing like cool ass transitions where I'm just like, haha, Bing, and then like they do like the weird like speed ramps or whatever, and then just go whoosh, wah, whoo, wah, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like they're trying to like show off like.
I think you're gonna have to find an example.
I think this is your wormhole, because I have no fucking clue what you're on about.
I don't think you have an Instagram like algorithm because you're not there.
No, because like it's on fucking Facebook, you know, and like I see these people.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, my back.
Okay, but my Facebook also isn't that.
Okay,
Granted, mine's been curated into like Reddit posts, Tumblr stories, and HoloLive clips.
I can't even tell you what the fuck mine is anymore, man.
Well, you're gonna have to forgive me for not saving these clips because like they piss me off in a very visceral way.
You gotta present one to the class though. Otherwise, we're not gonna be able to understand what the fuck you're saying. So please, take some time and find one. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, so like in order to explain what I mean, right? Like, because I'll find one later, but it's like these certain kinds of videos where it's just one videographer with their phone, right? And they're just like taking a singular video of like one or a couple people, and they're trying to do like hype edits with like match cuts or whatever.
Okay.
Like one I saw today was like a guy's is like, here's how I did this like gunshot edit because I found this song I really like, where it's like he was walking through France. He was just able to go to France, right? And he was just walking through. And then he pointed his finger at the. He didn't even have his finger straight. Amateur. He just pointed it at the camera, and then he shot it, and it was like a match cut, like on the firing of the gun. He matched to a different place, right? And it's that kind of shit when he's just like, here's how I did it, and this is like it's video editor brain, right? Where I'm just like, it's pretty clear what you did, right? You fired and then you switched to a different cut right after it. Like it's not that hard to figure out, even if you're just learning. Like people who are trying to learn how to do it, they want to be able to do it themselves, but like they know how. I feel like anybody that's already in the industry of or in the business of like trying to learn video editing kind of figured that simple of an edit out, right?
Okay.
And then like I also hear it's just like, oh, these sound effects like metal risers or whatever, and like whooshes, and it's just like, is this all you guys have on you? Is like these whooshes and risers and sounds? There was one thing I heard about. It's like, here's how to make your sound effects more realistic so that they're coming from like the place you're in. And this is filmmaker brain coming in, where it's just like, if you are adding these sound effects like a fucking so, Matsu, you've played Ocarina of Time, right?
A bit.
But you know that sound where it's like you did a good, not da na na na, that one that's just like da na na na, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was like, oh, you should add some reverb to make it sound like it's coming from the room you're in. And I'm sitting here in the back of my mind like, nobody in any way, shape, or form is under any illusions that a digital chiptune sound is coming from your room. Like, you are very obviously adding sound effects to this. Why are you drenching it in fucking reverb? What is wrong with you? What are you doing? And here's...
Nada! Reverb fixes everything.
You're not wrong, but you don't need to add reverb to everything. Because listen, I'm a hack, alright?
Everything.
I drench things in reverb because I'm a hack. Because it does, like, adding a layer on top of everything kind of makes it sound nice together. But that's sound design shit. But this is a more thing. Do you guys know what a dolly zoom is?
No.
Not at all.
Have you ever watched the movie Vertigo?
No.
Who are you talking to?
Both of you.
I have not.
Chris, have you watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Yes.
Do you know that scene when Ego tells Chris Pratt that he put a tumor in Chris Pratt's mom's brain?
Yeah.
You know that shot where it's like the background like zooms while Chris Pratt like starts changing different, right?
Yeah.
So that's called a dolly zoom. That is an in-camera technique where you are zooming, or you are literally moving closer to the subject while you're zooming out. It's a combination of physically moving towards something while changing the FOV. It's kind of hard to explain, but it is an in-camera technique. You can't do it digitally. Because if you do it digitally, it doesn't do the effect. And I see that these TikTok videographers being like, oh, here's how to do the vertigo effect, because this is used in great to emphasize how a character feels in the Alfred Hitchcock movie Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, having vertigo is very disorienting, right? Like, you're seeing like the ground way closer than it actually is or something like that. And hold up, maybe I can show an example of like the dolly zoom. Like, dolly zoom. The best dolly zoom shots ever. Oh, they did it in... Here, 26-second clip from Jaws. Come on, YouTube, please. 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 There
and
we
then
go.
It's not even a dolly zoom. Imagine.
Oh my god, hold up, let's see. This is a 25-second clip. I can take a sec to watch this. Okay. Shark gonna kill this guy in the water or something like that.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Why nay? Oh my god, that is visceral. Swear to god. Oh, nope, that's a real dolly zoom. Yep, okay, I can share this. It's right at the end. It's like the last 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Boom. What it does.
Yeah,
right?
I'll be honest, I'm just gonna watch the last like 10 seconds.
Fair enough. Not asking you to watch the whole thing, even though it's only 25 seconds.
Oh, that's a dolly zoom. Okay.
That's a dolly zoom. It is a camera trick, because what you're doing is when you're far away from a subject but zooming in, you are seeing like you're getting a different view of their face, like it looks flatter, or like on the subject it looks flatter. That's just one of the reasons why in all of my artwork I use a very low FOV, like 15 degrees or 140 millimeters. No, 150.
You cut out there. In all your art, what?
Out.
It's why in my art I use very low FOV, like 15 degrees, or it's weird because like depending on the lens, like it's either a degree of vision or it's a longer length of camera or longer length of camera lens, like 150 millimeters. 155 is like my preferred one. But having a higher millimeter lens means like the background is going to be bigger.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be smaller in comparison to like your subject. Your subject is really important. And that dolly zoom, what it's doing is it's literally changing like how the camera like sees the subject and stuff like that. It's why some things look different depending on their FOV, and you can use FOV, field of view, by the way, to great effect. There's a Tom Scott video that kind of shows it where things like look very wrong. It's and what I see from like these excuse me, I'm hiccuping, from like these fucking Instagram video people is where it's like, oh, here's how to do the vertigo effect but digitally. And it pisses me off because a dolly zoom is not a digital effect. Like, it can't be done digitally because it's fundamentally changing how the camera is literally seeing things. But they're producing it as just like, oh, you do it digitally because this is how it looks in Vertigo, the Vertigo effect. And the reason why I know it's being done digital is because they're not doing like multiple different shots or something like that, where one is like actually zooming in and out. What they're doing is just like zooming around the background. So they're doing more work to get the same effect than if they just did the effect. You know what I mean? And I know you're wondering like why that pisses me off. It's because I'm a video guy and like I know how this shit actually happens. So it's like you're telling people to do something that's making their job literally harder for the effect that you're getting wrong. Because you saw like you saw in that clip, right? Where at the beginning of the shot, the character's face looked kind of flat, right? But then as the camera got closer and the background zoomed out, or in the background did this thing, he started to look more three-dimensional, if that makes sense.
A bit.
Yeah. Like, imagine doing that, but like they always look like at the end of the shot, right? For some reason. But they're zooming out and around. Like, maybe I can look it up, how to do a digital dolly zoom, and it pisses me off. How to do... I'm ranting. Oh, it's these fucking...
The video turn off? Or did it end?
It just ended.
Ah.
It's easier than you think.
Oh, reminds me, I was putting on music.
Did you find the Instagram video?
I found a YouTube short, thank God. So they reposted YouTube shorts. It's kind of like this, where they're telling you to do the thing digitally rather than doing it in camera, because this is a camera trick. How to do the dolly zoom. You don't have to watch the whole thing right now.
A dolly zoom?
Dolly zoom.
This is what you're ranting about?
There's more.
Yeah. You're ranting about dolly zooms?
No, I'm talking about digital dolly zooms.
Stop him.
What? Why?
Because it pisses me off.
I feel like you're the only person you and me are the only people that are going to know what a dolly zoom is to begin with.
Yeah, they didn't know what it
exactly.
was. That's why I had to explain it to them.
Yeah.
I had to show them an example. I had to give Chris an example from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Severance.
And he had to find me a video of a Jaws example because I don't watch movies, and he's talking to me like I do.
I'm sorry, Matzo. I need to be autism.
Here.
Well, what are you doing? Severance? Well, no, it's like I get mad at these videographers who are like telling people, it's like, this is how you do the dolly zoom effect. And it's like, you're not doing a dolly zoom. You're doing a digital camera technique for no fucking reason. And you're making money off of doing this shit. And you're giving people an inferior product that you are being paid for. You are being bad at video, which you are
cut out
money
there.
on. Fuck me, dude.
Here's the thing.
What?
It doesn't matter if they found another way to do it.
It's
Who cares?
wrong.
Who cares? Does it look like a dolly
Who
zoom?
cares?
No.
I highly doubt that.
It doesn't look like one to
I
me.
highly doubt
It does.
You, good sir. Let's see.
I mean, the other thing, I posted one in chat.
Yeah. You're right. I could immediately tell that it wasn't a real dolly zoom.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, but you guys know what a dolly zoom is.
No, because the attack is different, right? Because like the FOV on their face, like it's their face that is it. It's all the same throughout.
I can't describe it to you, but it looks digital. It looks really digital as opposed to a real dolly zoom.
And like a real dolly zoom isn't even that hard to do.
No.
You can do it handheld. The dolly zoom is just what the technique is called.
Yeah.
but like actually, like making it digital is putting more work on yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're doing it digitally in software, why? You could do it and it would look even better if you did it in camera, but no, these guys had to sit there aura farm in their
of course.
in their hype beast clothing.
You
That's what pisses me off.
You could do it. You could do it yourself, probably pretty easily. But you have to have someone who's really good with a camera. So I mean,
you teach a person how to do a dolly zoom.
To be fair, these videos are like, hey, like this is an easy way to accomplish this. I mean, quote unquote,
they have
easy. If you consider taking extra steps in software as opposed to just learning how to do it yourself.
The worst part is that they are taking these videos off of their phones to put it on an auditing software to put it back, right? When they could just as easily, if not easier, just do the effect.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I'm like getting really mad, and I hate that it took for you to see. Obviously, you had to see it. I'm actually not that mad, but it's like you saw it and you were immediately like, "Oh!"
I literally saw 2 seconds of the video, and I was like, "It's fake. It's digital. It's software. It's not real." I love the Severance Dollies. Look at this.
So I was watching the 2 videos which I'll put in opposite order, kinda. The video Dante posted first, and then the how to dolly zoom thing. And I was looking at the Severance dolly zooms. I'm just like, this could maybe be like AI altered dolly zooms for it, but like no, maybe
the
not.
Severance
and
one?
I looked at the how to dolly zoom, and I'm like, okay, no, Severance is real. These are fake.
Yeah, the Severance one. They have a really good behind the scenes of how they filmed the first. Like the first scene of episode 2 is really iconic.
Like in Severance, you can see what their faces are like. Yeah, it's like they're changing shape.
Yeah,
right.
Look at that. You can see it,
but they don't do that in the fake one.
Yeah.
Can you see why I'm mad now, Matzo?
Yeah, I can see why.
You have to directly compare to really like get a feel for it. I love this one because it's a reverse.
Yeah. Okay.
They do both of them when they go in and when they go out. It's a different zoom. That one's a good one.
That was a nice one. We're not enunciating. Ooh, that one on the right.
Yeah.
There? Shit.
It's one of my favorite things that they do on this show because they do it so fucking well.
Doing a dolly zoom isn't hard. Doing it well is like you have to know what effect you're like trying to get there. It isn't just the vertigo effect, right?
Yeah.
Like calling it the vertigo effect is also insulting. Because like I know it was great use in fucking vertigo, like. Most of us know vertigo. That's not a dig at you guys, by the way.
Oh, look, a 7-minute.
That's not a dig at you guys.
7-minute video about how they accomplished
it. It can't be a dig at me. I don't watch movies.
Reinvented the dolly zoom on Severance.
Fuck off.
To be fair, it isn't. They did have to figure out a way to do it like different because it's like elevator. They come, and those shots are all in the elevator.
Yeah.
Severance season 2 starts with him in the elevator, and he comes out, and the way they have to film it so that like he looks left and he looks right. And so when he does that, they had to have real set and then like CGI over here.
Yeah.
Like just a green screen it. Because it's not possible to have the dolly zoom in that enclosed space and be able to do it completely. It was the behind the scenes for that is really interesting how they do it. But yeah, no, you can tell.
Yeah, here's another
thing. I haven't seen those before.
Yeah.
Those how-to dolly zoom videos before. Oh.
There's another one that makes me pissed off because like it's another match cut thing.
Yeah.
But okay, so you know how it's like one of the coolest things that you can do like to change between cuts is when something like comes over the camera and then they change it to be like the same like wipe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what these motherfuckers called it? They called that a speed ramp. It's like this transition is called a speed ramp. But it's wrong.
No?
Yeah. Like literally it's just wrong.
No.
Speed ramp is what you do to the footage. Speed ramp is like a thing you add to the footage.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Like in Vegas when you're changing like between linear, fast, slow, those are speed ramp.
You can't do that.
You can do obviously it's like they are doing it, right? So it's just like they speed up as like they go by. It's just like woo.
Yeah.
Like speed up fast.
That's software. Like
no, that's not what I'm saying. Is that they're calling it a speed ramp? Like they're calling the transition itself a speed ramp, not the technique that they're using to get the transition. The transition is a match cut.
Yeah,
it's not a jump cut. It's a match cut because they're trying to get like the same like motion involved.
I get you.
And like that's what was pissing me off with these fucking TikTok or these Instagram videographers because like they're only there for like hype moments and aura, the fucking solo leveling of bullshit.
I get what you're saying, because like now there's a lot of people making like, you know, short form content. To be fair, they are learning how to do this without tools for the most part. Most of these people,
an incredibly powerful tool.
Yes, exactly. But most of them aren't using traditional video editing software. Most of them are just figuring out how to do workarounds on fucking CapCut.
Okay, to be fair, the people that I'm talking about, you want to know what they're using? DaVinci.
That's fair.
So it's like they're teaching people the wrong information.
Yeah, I mean,
this obviously, I know this is like first world problems. Like, I'm just talking out of my ass.
It's one of those things where it's not really going to matter if they're doing their own content, but the moment they try and like work with someone else who does know what they're doing, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I'll do this. And then they'll do it. And the person's going to be like, the fuck are you doing?
Like,
I get that. But I mean, it's the same boat that me and you are in too, though. It's like, if we were to ever work with somebody else that doesn't use Vegas, they'd be like, oh, okay, I'll just like shoot you like the project file. And then you're going to have to be like, I use Sony Vegas. And they're going to look at you like, what are you, a fucking caveman? Like, so we're kind of in the same boat.
Quentin Reviews kind of did that to me.
I hate it because it's like, I really like, because
don't you guys hate that I said that name and like Matzo fucking laughed when I did that? Because Quentin Reviews,
yeah, because I know who you're talking about. It's just immediately like I get fucked by that.
Quentin Reviews literally did reject me because I use Sony Vegas.
I mean,
I can't even be mad at him.
No, I get it. I completely understand.
Because he told me it's like I like having complete control over the final project, and I'm just like, I get that, but goddamn,
you can't really do that if you're switching from Vegas back to either DaVinci or Adobe. That's a funny story. That reminds me. Garnt has always used Vegas.
Yeah,
and Garnt used to edit, but now of course he doesn't.
Bakashift does now.
Yeah, exactly. So he said that this was like last year. He mentioned how like the way he would do it is they would send him like the Adobe project, and he would just redo all the work in Vegas and then send it back. And it's like he's like, yeah, that wasn't really like a good system, but I mean like it worked. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, oh, you'd have to redo it all? Like,
well, because like one thing that really sucks is that like
I just don't,
because I don't like Adobe. I don't like the Adobe suite.
I don't like the Adobe suite either.
I deal
Adobe
with it in
can
Photoshop.
choke. It's always morally right to pirate Adobe.
Well, the thing is, I can deal with it with like a bunch of like Adobe products. Like I barely deal with it with After Effects.
You literally only use Photoshop.
I use Photoshop. I'm getting into Lightroom.
Okay, Lightroom is cool.
Lightroom is good. Photoshop is good. Lightroom is good. After Effects is goated, honestly.
I've never used it.
Don't.
I stand by everything I've said still.
Oh, I stand by that too. Fuck Adobe. I will pirate their products until the day I die.
I don't use it at all.
You should use Photoshop.
I don't either.
I'm not going to fucking use Photoshop. Stop trying to get me to use Adobe Photoshop. Yes?
Dante, you know what you can use instead of Photoshop?
What?
GIMP.
I know.
GIMP isn't as good.
Fuck you. GIMP
works perfectly fine.
It does what I need it to do. And so many people that have converted from Adobe to GIMP, they all say they can do it. They have justified me.
Yeah, fucking Sonata, need I remind you of a project that I made in GIMP?
The fucking Ninjask?
Yeah, the one that I streamed but didn't show stream.
Huh. I didn't know
that was all GIMP.
GIMP is good. You have to make it bend to your will, all right? It's not going to be as simple as Photoshop, and that's just
Photoshop is really simple, and I didn't pay for it. I'm never going to. That's why I still use it.
But I mean, there are ways to make it more like Photoshop. Like there are plugins you can get that change everything to more like Photoshop-ish presets.
Okay, but for the fucking record, you will be hard pressed to get me to like switch to like a 2022 version of Photoshop or like 2023.
What are you using?
Like 19.
Oh my god. Okay.
But like the reason why is because there's built-in AI generated bullshit into Photoshop now. Built-in.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Burn Adobe to the ground. This is a joke.
That sucks.
Yeah. Like there's like a quarter. I don't know. It is kind of like AI, and I say kind of because like I don't know how to explain it. Where the healing brush tool, where it's like, oh, you're trying to put these two things together. If you like squiggle up a little bit, it'll like kind of like blend those two automatically. But you're not writing a prompt being like, do this or whatever, right?
Okay, but like genuinely, I wouldn't even call Healing Brush AI for like what we use the term nowadays.
Is it kind of what Samsung does?
Okay, so imagine, right? So we have like these two thumbnails like here on the video, right?
Yeah.
I use a healing brush to just go like
right there, so it heals them.
It would
You're cutting
like,
out
take
again.
Pixels. Oh, sorry. Am I cutting out?
You were.
Okay, so imagine if I took like I put the healing brush like right here, right?
Yeah.
It would take pixels from the right thumbnail, and take pixels from the left thumbnail, and kind of just
merge them together.
Yeah, just kind of figure out what the hell goes on there. Would
Yeah.
you consider that AI bullshit? I wouldn't.
I'd call it a more sophisticated clone stamp tool.
Yeah,
it's interesting because like that would be classified as an AI tool, but only because it's taking the two images and figuring out how to make them together, and that's only really existed since they've started using AI as a tool.
No, that's existed way before then.
Really?
Yeah, that's why like
19... You know the tool I literally just said, clone stamp?
Yeah.
Healing Brush, in my opinion at least, is literally clone stamp, but with a formula put in to say, okay, this pixel. Yeah. What's the approximation between them? Erring towards the selection that you made.
It really has helped me make like some backgrounds or like removing UI elements. It can only do like very little things at a time.
Yeah.
And like if you're looking really hard, you can kind of tell, but you can't sit there and be like, remove this.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Like it gets difficult there because like, for example, like I do it a lot with my thumbnails where like, for example, for Mario Party, there's a lot of stuff on screen that I don't want to be there when I make it. Like I don't want UI being there and I don't want chat, if I'm going to make it as a thumbnail.
Yeah.
So like I'll port it to my Samsung and then I do the magic lasso thing and tell it erase, and it does that. And it's like, does a pretty damn good fucking job. Sometimes it's indiscernible, but like that,
like this image. Like, hold up, I gotta hold the microphone. If I took like this image and I use a healing brush or like right here, it would just get rid of the time code and it would kind of like make an approximation of like the waves, right?
Yeah. It's what Samsung does. It's the
like, but you have to be like
object eraser.
You have to be like very small about it.
Yeah.
Like
because the larger you go, the more it looks like someone literally took a brush and just went whoop, and it looks all weird. Yeah. No, Samsung does it all the time too. It's just what I primarily use my editing tool for there. So it's like, I know Samsung definitely they didn't start doing that until like AI tools came about, which is why I said that. I don't know anything about Adobe, so I didn't know. But all right, hold on, really quick side tangent because it just came up on my fucking TV. All right, Fantastic Four, right? Why the fuck doesn't Reed have a white collar like the rest of them? Look at that. White collar. Reed Richards, blue.
What the fuck?
Why?
He's an elitist, that's why.
Like, I've heard people say, oh, it's because he's the leader. Okay, sure, but come on. Anyway, back to what
I mean, I like
about.
the reason I said he's just an elitist.
I mean, it is Reed Richards.
Yeah, he is a smart white man. There is too much elitism baked into his cocaine-laced blood.
A rich white man played by a Hispanic.
To be fair, I don't think Reed Richards is supposed to be like. I don't think Reed Richards is supposed to be like, haha, I'm white and therefore I'm smarter than you. Reed Richards is just a fucking guy who can't read the room.
He's autistic.
Reed Richards is super autistic.
He has
I don't like claiming him, but like I kind of have to.
Well, I mean, because like there's this one point where like somebody was like, "How do you say fuck off in Atlantean?" And Reed Richards, not missing a beat, not even looking up what he does, and he just says it. And then he looks up and is like, "Was that rhetorical?"
I love him. Fucking Reed Richards. But yeah. So I don't know. It's difficult if I'd call it AI or not, because like at least on Samsung, that's only existed since they've started being like, yes, AI tools. So it's like, to me, it feels like that. But I'm like, I can't say about Adobe.
Enabled by AI. I don't think it should be. I think it works fine without being AI.
I mean, if we already have tools that did it beforehand, like then realistically, like I get why you would do it, because it could advance it, But
in another world where we don't have AI actively being shoved in to replace creative works, I'd welcome it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
We don't live in
the
that fantasy
Dolly Zoom
land,
thing, guys.
unfortunately.
Here, I'm going to show. No. This is a good one. You have to do it with just your phone, right? Shot in camera, no editing. Guy just like
you can tell
they actually do it in the camera, and they're telling you how to do it. They start at 0.5 lens and then like zoom in as you go in.
Yep, 30
right?
FPS. Yep.
Yeah,
that looked accurate. We should do that at some point.
Dolly zoom thing for like all 4 of us.
We should do a Dolly zoom for a bit. For an Assassin's Creed bit.
Just like, hey Sonata, I found Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed 1. What? Like fucking Chris Pratt and fucking
Chris Pratt in Guardians of the 2.
Yeah, he's just like just the way he says what?
Love that shot.
Again, great use of an actual Dolly zoom.
Yes. When it's done correct, it looks incredible.
When you do the Dolly zoom correct, it is so good. Severance.
Yes. I will always
also
be in that Dolly zoom.
Simba accidentally gets the wildebeest. That's a Dolly zoom.
Huh.
It's an animated Dolly zoom.
Interesting. Huh. I like camera techniques. What is this? Kids and family on Roku channel. Game time presented by Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, I know Pokemon Quest. What the fuck is Lanky Box?
I don't know.
Who are
an
you?
Asian guy and a white guy with their mouths open, probably making
like children's
friendly
influencers
content
or something?
Yes, of course.
They're like 20.
Real quick, I want to come to something. I wish I had a healing brush type tool on one of the programs I use. Because I'm not quiet about it. I play Zenless Zone Zero. Game has beautiful fucking art, and I love taking snapshots from it for my wallpapers.
It does have good art.
It's so good.
I do have to. I do have to say the world is quite nice.
Here is one such art piece that I've taken, and you can see down there in the bottom right, my user ID and signal strength are down there.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's incredibly teeny. It's tiny. It's not even noticeable. I hate that it's there.
I get you.
So I've been working on ways of just making that not be there. I have that because I have this, which you can see down there in the corner. I hand redrew it.
Oh.
Really?
At a distance, in the smaller form, even on my desktop. It looks fine. You zoom in, it looks like fucking hot garbage.
You can see the weight of that line.
Yeah, you can.
Like
you have to like zoom to see it. And the only reason I could tell at least is because it's like, okay, that line is a lot more noticeable than every other line. It's more in focus. But that's good.
And I'm not skilled enough to make it look seamless. I will never be. But like, I did the best recreation I could on my own.
Matsu, you got to learn how to draw better so you can draw furry porn, and then you can get over here with all that furry porn money.
God.
I've been doing this experimentation for a while now. Some of the easiest ones are the ones that have the like film on top and bottom, because I can just copy paste the film over.
Oh wow.
Because like that, genuinely seamless. You can't tell shit. I love when I can do that.
Yeah, I can't find where on earth it would be.
Astra Yao, my DMs.
What?
Recently, there was one.
I love this. I love taking photos in this game.
Recently, there was a scene. Dante, this is from the 2.0 story, if you want me to spoiler it for you.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
He'll forget. It'll take him forever to get there.
This was a still art we had, and there was text over it.
Hold on, I need to.
There was dialogue box. There were the skip auto buttons. There was everything. Do you see any of it?
Nope. That's good shit.
Don't you?
This I've started doing instead when I can. If it's a still like this, and I like down where the user ID is, it's too complicated for me to like try and rebuild like I did with the Astra one, which I would have done this with the Astra one going back on it, honestly.
I have to save all these photos.
I take 2 screenshots. One of it where you can see the whole fucking thing, and one of it where all the UI elements are over it. and I cut the two together. So where there's like UI overlap onto the picture, I just physically cut those out with the full screen one underneath it, and that fills those gaps. And then down where the film reels are, I copy paste them over the UI elements, so it's like they weren't there. And I get this beautiful artwork.
Nice.
And like that looks fucking quality, right?
It's good.
I should do more Ellen.
You can
I'm
art.
so happy
you
with how
can
that
see
came out.
you can see Jufufu's thigh squish. So yeah,
Why are people thirsting for Jufufu?
she's
She
just
put her
cute.
ass in the air.
Cause she a cat.
What do you mean? Why?
Meanwhile, me.
That's Yishuan.
Meanwhile, me.
Shit. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yep,
middle,
there it is. That's
the one
Jufufu.
that's the
There you go.
centerpiece is Yijuan.
Bam. There you go. That's
I love her.
right there.
I hate
Mhm.
how I know their names.
Right there.
I don't even fucking play.
Right there. Right there. Right there.
Okay, but
And,
but is
here-
Jufufu
here
tiny woman
are-
or is Jufufu like
Yes.
Ellen?
She's tiny woman.
I think everyone's under assumption at least tiny woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God, it's
here are
Lord
some
Fortune.
other from the Astra Yao stretch of the game that I took. These are
Those
all
are
from
damn good.
cutscenes.
Those are good. Oh, fuck.
What does that smell?
She's just tiny.
Smelling like tortillas. Am I crazy? Like it's smelling like
I don't know.
pee.
I can't smell anything.
No.
But you know me. I don't have a sense of smell. The shit's bored. Let's see.
We're under the assumption that she's just tiny woman because she's one of like the thing is she's the most senior member of Yunkoi's summit, but besides Yijuan.
And if I remember correctly, there's a little bit of a like adoption arc of sorts where like Yishuan found her when she was young.
Yeah.
And we have a concrete time scale now. The fall of Old Eridu was exactly 11 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So if we assume that Yishuan found her shortly after taking title of what's the title of the head of the Yunkoi Summit?
Oh, fuck, I can't remember now.
Whatever her title is, if we assume she found Jufu
Preceptor or
shortly after
something?
that, yeah, head preceptor. When she became head preceptor was after the fall of Old Eridu. If we assume that happened 11 years ago and she found Jufufu after that, she
Yeah,
would have
high
found
preceptor, yep.
Jufufu when she was like 7 or 8, maybe? Probably more like 10 or 11. So 11 years have passed since then. Jufufu is no younger than like 18 or 19.
Mm-hmm.
So Jufufu is tiny woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nico
Jufu-
Robin.
And Belle and Wise can drink, so they have to at least be 21.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or at least 20. Because
Yeah.
Japan drinking rules, you know?
Mihoyo's not Japanese based, they're Chinese based.
True,
Yeah.
that's
Which
right.
is why we know Koleda is at least 22.
Is she really?
Yeah, because to legally own a business in China, like be president of a business, that is the minimum age you have to be.
You know what? That kind of lines up. Maybe? I don't know. Koleda, Bellabog.
Like there was a whole post talking about ages of. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this post is from 11 months ago. Fuck you, it's been deleted.
Is estimated to be between 18 and 20 years old. Oh yeah, I just found the
Wait, so
Reddit
doesn't that
to
mean that
Triple
Belle
Z
and Wise
official
are at least
deleted by
22
user.
as well?
Mm-hmm. Koleda's just a fucking. She is only 4'11".
So
Jufufu is 4'8".
so most of the cast is tiny women except for like Ellen,
Some of the women.
Korin, and Sokaku.
No. Yeah, Sokaku's actually no. I don't.
Sokaku is a child. She's like
Okay.
14-ish.
Okay. Yeah.
And Ellen is a late grade high schooler. So she's
Yeah,
like 17.
like 17. And then, for height-wise, it's like Yijuan is like 172 centimeters. I think she replaced Yanagi as the tallest character? Yes,
definitely not tallest character. Like
tallest female.
Yeah.
You know what's
like
sad, though?
But Yanagi is 169, but that's only 5'7", which is like still not that tall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm 175, so like I'm 3 centimeters taller than Yishuan.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm mad. That deleted Reddit post was like the best for it.
Like Yijuan is like 5'8", which is like wild to think that she looks so fucking tall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
I have to go make dinner.
Good.
Meanwhile, Lycon 6'6".
Oh wait, this is a decent breakdown actually. It pins Bell and Wise at least 24 under logic of license renewals actually.
So are Bell and
for
Wise
businesses?
twins, or were they born, or is like Wise older?
Wise is older.
Wise is older.
And we do have confirmation they are like blood siblings. I think it's Belle dyes her hair.
Yeah, probably. I can see it. She's cuter like that.
Mm-hmm. But during chapter 2, both of them have to go renew their driver's license.
Yeah.
You have to be at least 18 to get your driver's license in China, and license renewal happens once every 6 years. So they are at least 24.
Mm-hmm. Which is wild because they don't look like they could be 24.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Matsu, before because I'll have to go for a little bit to make dinner.
Yeah, I need to balance soon too.
Yeah, I bought Stellar Blade. I bought the big $80 edition so I could have all the stuff. I will never be changing Eve's skin ever again.
Oh God, what do you?
Yeah. Speaking of, by the way, are you going to use that Scarlet
Christ.
code?
I already did. I already used it because I'm not buying. I wasn't gonna buy the gacha. I'm sorry, Matsu.
I literally only asked because Scarlet's like my main DPS unit that I use ever since I got Bunny Alice, and hell, even before Bunny Alice. I dare you to guess who I was using as my healer for Scarlet.
Pepper?
Worse.
Who?
Uni.
Oh.
Because whenever Uni hits with full charge, healing per attack that the attacker throws out. It was shit healing, but it was enough to make her not kill herself.
That's true. That's
then
good.
Bunny Alice came out.
And then you can get Rappy, Anise, Dorothy, Modernia, and Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Their default outfits.
Honestly, though, it's not even the Nika skin I want the most. I'm dying for $20 to get the Moran skin from the Battle Pass.
Oh. I'm dying for $300 to get myself a new processor.
She just has a fucking book that's about dinosaurs because she likes dinosaurs. It's so fucking
good. It is, and you can tell she can't read that book for shit. The words don't make sense to her. But then the holographic dinosaur pops up and her eyes light up, and it's the greatest fucking thing.
It's so good.
Well,
I'll be back in a few because I'm gonna go.
Well, I think that was a good ass little radio show, boys. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
God, how long has it been?
Like an hour.
Hour 45.
Hour and a half-ish.
Damn, it's almost been 2 hours, actually.
Keep in mind, I recorded some of it before we started.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
True, also.
So we'll see.
Even then, hour and a half is pretty good.
Well, no matter what, I'd like to thank you all for listening. You can continue listening to the Sad Boys Radio wherever you can find your fine-ass podcasts. Remember, leave a tip for your bartender, leave a tip for your server, and you have yourselves a fantastic day. This has been the Sad Boys Radio 99.5 KSMD signing off.
Goon responsibly, kids.
Or don't goon at all.
No, goon. Gooning is required, but goon responsibly.
Do you guys know that threesomes are like a turducken?
What?
Stop talking.
There's a duck there.
I'm gonna turducken you, Dante.